ago, the meeting has concluded. It has been decided for now that Nimisha Priya's execution will be stayed, which was scheduled for tomorrow. Whether it has been finally or whether she will be released and brought back, those confirmation and final details are yet to be released from the External Affairs Ministry, because they're also in touch with the Saudi authorities, the Saudi embassy there, that was in touch with the local Yemeni government, which is controlled by the Houthi rebels. So final details is yet to emerge, but as of now, the execution which was scheduled for tomorrow, that has been stayed for Nimisha Priya.
Right, very good news, a huge sigh of relief that all of us here back home can breathe. Thank you so much, Ghazali, for getting us that good news following the intervention of the Indian Grand Mufti and Sunni leader that has resulted in the, at least, the execution that was planned for tomorrow has been put on hold of the Malayali nurse. With that, we're slipping in a short break. Back with a whole lot more on the other side.
Hello, Moto.
Motorola, India's leading AI smartphone brand.
कहना इस दीवार पे इतने इश्तहार चिपके हैं कि कोई दरार नजर नहीं आती। मैं उन लोगों में से जो कहता हूँ सारे इश्तहार फाड़ के फेंको, पहले दरार को एड्रेस।
ये दरार इसलिए क्योंकि कुछ लेफ्ट कुछ राइट, पर हम उन मुद्दों में आपके साथ जिनसे आपकी फाइट है। डिजिटल से देश समझा, अब टीवी पर समाधान लाना है। आइए मेरे साथ खबरों की कचहरी में सिर्फ NDTV पर।
I've been reporting on all issues big and small from Andhra Pradesh, Telangana, rest of South India, bringing you all the action, all that you need to know, all that you want to know.
The energy of maximum city is infectious. I'm bringing that energy in our news coverage from financial capital Mumbai.
Covering from the southernmost part of India over the last 23 years, I bring in-depth and 360-degree coverage from the Dravidian heartland.
The land of Mishti, also known for its bitter politics. I have seen much water flow under the Howrah Bridge, covering Bengal in all its vivid colors.
India's IT capital is always bustling, a city full of startups, stories and surprises. And I keep you ahead on all the Bengaluru buzz.
But I'd like to start this off by asking you, Vishnu, what you think about the whole question of India.
Huge relief for the Malayali nurse Nimisha Priya, who was to get executed tomorrow in less than 24 hours to go. Now there is a postponement of the execution of the nurse from Kerala. This is after there is intervention that has in fact taken place just hours before that execution that was to take place in Yemen for the alleged murder of a Yemeni national. Well, these are hectic negotiations that have resulted in the postponement. She was convicted of the murder back in 2017, and now a huge relief coming about for the Kerala nurse in Yemen because that execution for now has been postponed. Ghazali joining us to get us very latest. Ghazali, take us through this huge relief that's coming about in the case. Take us through what's really happened here. Well, huge relief coming about, and this is because there was hardly any option left for the nurse, and this is what the central government had actually gone on to tell the Supreme Court, that they had run out of options. The only option that was literally available was if the family decided to pardon the nurse, or if the family decided to accept blood money to the tune of $1 million. Those are the only two options that were available to the nurse hours before the execution that was scheduled for tomorrow, the 16th of July. Now the execution has been postponed. It has been postponed in regard to the murder. This is the alleged murder of her business partner, we are told, the Yemeni national who was murdered in 2017 because he had confiscated her passport. She was trying to get away from the man, because of which allegedly she had tried to sedate the man in order to get out of his clutches, but that resulted in the murder of the man because perhaps he, was overdosed by that sedative. Now, huge relief coming about for the Indian nurse in Yemen who was facing execution on the 16th. For now, at least, there is relief coming about due to some intervention that has now taken place. With that, we're slipping into a short break. Back with a whole lot more with my colleague Vishnu on the other side. Do stay with us.
जनता के पास सवाल ही सवाल है। जवाब ढूंढने को वो देखती है न्यूज़ और देखती है यहाँ तो सवालों का मायाजाल है। ऊपर से ये अलग फाइट है, कोई पूरा लेफ्ट तो कोई पूरा राइट है। बीच में मुद्दे के साथ कौन है, जनता को जवाब चाहिए। इसीलिए सवालों की परेड नहीं, मैं लाऊंगा खबरों की कचहरी। मैं शुभांकर मिश्रा, मेरे साथ देखिए कचहरी रात 8 बजे सिर्फ NDTV इंडिया पर।
Well, in the latest episode of Control All Defense, we are talking about a platform that all of you want to hear about, the Tejas. The big question, we do know it's a great platform, but is it of use for the Indian Air Force going into the future? How relevant will it remain?
The markets move fast.
And so should your portfolio. Expert insights, real-time stock picks.
Do I buy Ola?
Should I hold ICICI for the long term?
Buy, sell or hold.
The answers you need, straight from the experts.
Callers from India and across the world. Connect live, ask, decide and invest wisely.
Your portfolio, your future. Ask Profit.
Vanakkam Tamil Nadu.
Well, the battle for Tamil Nadu 2026 is open now.
After Chief Minister Stalin rolls up his sleeves.
And Vijay steps in as a star challenger.
This is a mass gathering, not for cash.
Meanwhile, a former Chief Minister, Edapadi Palanisamy, begins his fight back.
The big comeback campaign by EPS has well and truly begun.
These are all the ultimate players, and this is going to be the ultimate test.
कोई जरूरत तो उसको इंटरव्यू देने की।
गायकवाड़ साहब ऐसे मत कीजिए।
लोग देख रहे तो कर रहा है, लोग देख रहे तो कर रहा है।
किसने हक दिया आपको हाथ उठाने का?
अगर फिर से कोई ऐसी गलती करेगा तो मैं छोड़ूंगा नहीं।
सर आप लाइव हैं NDTV पर।
मैं सही बात कर रहा हूँ तो
आपकी जो आवाज है,
आप मेरी आवाज ब्रेक मत कीजिए, मेरा पूरा
सबने
सुन लीजिए।
देखा है, सबने
वरना
सुना
मैं तुम्हारी बात नहीं करूंगा। ये क्या पद्धति है? ये बात करते हैं तो मैं नहीं करूंगा बात इनसे।
गायकवाड़ साहब ऐसे मत कीजिए।
लोग देख रहे तो कर रहा है, लोग देख रहे तो कर रहा है।
He wants to throw punches, he wants to throw slaps, but he can't take normal questions.
Some say sport is a matter of life and death. The truth is, it is far more serious.
There's good news, or relief at least, for the Kerala nurse Nimisha Priya, the Kerala nurse who's been in Yemen and was sentenced to be executed in an alleged murder case. That execution has been postponed. The execution was slated for tomorrow. In the Pune Porsche case, an accused is to be tried as a juvenile. The court rejects the Pune police's plea. This was the infamous Pune Porsche case where two IT professionals were run over by a drunk 17-year-old. In the Odisha horror case, a student who self-immolated has now died. There is no justice after harassment. The student is now dead. Rahul Gandhi says this is a murder by the BJP system. Dharmendra Pradhan calls it cheap politics by Rahul Gandhi. The Bihar law and order, a big challenge. A bank manager's body was found in Patna. The Nitish government under pressure ahead of the elections. And in just a couple of hours from now, India's space hero Subanshu Shukla will splash down on Earth in the ocean. We'll be tracking all of that. Our special programming starts in about 5 to 10 minutes from now. Well, some breaking news now coming in. It has now been made clear that in the case of Nimisha Priya, the woman who you see on your screen in those pictures, local authorities in Yemen have postponed the execution schedule for the 16th of July, in other words, tomorrow. The government of India, which has been looking at the case of trying to render all possible assistance in the matter, has made concerted efforts in the last few days, seeking more time for the family of Nimisha Priya to reach a mutually agreeable solution with the other party. Despite the sensitivities involved, Indian authorities have been in regular touch with local jail authorities. I'm joined now by my colleague Ghazali, who's got more details on us. So Ghazali, there is some welcome news. It's not an entirely done deal at the moment. For the benefit of our viewers, what is the background to this? Why has she been sentenced to death in Yemen in the first place?
See, Nimisha Priya from Kerala, she moved to Yemen some years back, around 2011 or 12. When she was around there, civil war broke out. She was a working nurse. But due to circumstances, she had to send her husband and kid back to Kerala. While she was working there, the Yemeni law says that if you have to practice as a nurse, as a professional nurse, you need to have a local Yemeni national as a partner. The very partner under for whose murder she has been accused later, she was accused and arrested later. Nimisha Priya was accused that her partner of killing her partner, the business partner Al-Mahdi, Talal Abu Al-Mahdi. Nimisha Priya was accused that, Nimisha Priya says that her lawyer says that she was being harassed by that local Yemeni national or her business partner. So she gave him some sedatives, thinking that perhaps he will be unconscious and later Nimisha can recover her passport, which her business partner had confiscated from her. But that didn't go like as planned, and she, the person, Mr. Mahdi, died due to the overdose of those sedatives. Nimisha is also accused of dismembering her body and then putting it in water tank. Later, the entire plan was spilled out by some local Yemeni national. He shared it with the police, after which Nimisha Priya was arrested. The trial went on for many years, and then in 2020 she was convicted of killing, and then it was said that she will be executed. But multiple requests by the government of India, her executions kept postponing. Multiple trials went on. The government of India, through its embassy in Saudi Arabia, because India doesn't have any diplomatic relations with Houthis, and Nimisha Priya is in Sana'a, in the capital of Yemen, which is controlled by the Houthi rebels here. So through our embassy in Saudi Arabia, diplomatic channels were open. The talks went on. The family of the victim was not agreeing either for the blood money or pardoning Nimisha Priya. So all the options were exhausted, and then this Grand Mufti from Kerala, Mr. Abu Bakr, he was roped in. He contacted some of the clerics there in Yemen, and today, just a short while back, like half an hour ago, a meeting was held between the local tribal leaders, the local cleric and the family of the victim. They all sat together, and somehow the family has been convinced that for tomorrow the execution has been postponed. So Nimisha Priya, her execution has been postponed, which was scheduled for tomorrow. Doesn't mean that she will be released or she will be sent back to India immediately.
All right, Ghazali, we leave it there. Thanks very much for joining us with those details. So some tentative good news, that execution of the Kerala nurse in Yemen, that's been postponed for the moment. Will there be finally an agreement which is agreed upon? The Dragon spacecraft carrying the Indian Air Force Group Captain Shubhanshu Shukla and 3 other astronauts, part of the Axiom space mission, is on track to re-enter the Earth's atmosphere and will splash down today by 4 p.m. Shukla, along with fellow astronauts Peggy Whitson, Slavoj Uzansky, Wisniewski and Tibor Kapu, boarded SpaceX's Dragon spacecraft.
कहना इस दीवार पे इतने इश्तहार चिपके हैं कि कोई दरार नजर नहीं आती। मैं उन लोगों में से जो कहता हूँ सारे इश्तहार फाड़ के फेंको, पहले दरार को एड्रेस करो।
ये दरार इसलिए क्योंकि कुछ लेफ्ट कुछ राइट, पर हम उन मुद्दों में आपके साथ जिनसे आपकी फाइट है। डिजिटल से देश समझा, अब टीवी पर समाधान लाना है। आइए मेरे साथ खबरों की कचहरी में सिर्फ NDTV पर।
I've been reporting on all issues big and small from Andhra Pradesh, Telangana, rest of South India, bringing you all the